computer because last time I messed
Good.
this up. But yeah, man, I just don't understand. I just wish we had more unity across nations, and I understand that a lot of people are really traumatized by what's going on in the past, in this country. And that's okay. It's okay to be hurt and acknowledge that there's things that we got to fix within ourselves that we have to work through and meditate through before we put ourselves out there, but to just African immigrants are this, or we're not really from Africa, like trying to dissociate ourselves from the continent that every other country studies, and it like not only studies but like you like takes advantage of to the as much as they possibly can. Like it's just crazy to me that we're not trying to do the same, but then not from like a exploitative mindset, but from like we're just trying to mutually uplift each other, right? So it just doesn't make any sense, but hopefully we'll get there.
Hopefully, brother.
Hopefully, yeah. But how y'all been, man? What y'all been on?
Yeah, I've been cool. I've been chilling, bro. It's been it was a long week last week. I'm not gonna lie. It was I turned 27 last week though, so that was solid. It's a milestone, so it was. I'm very happy to make it to another year. It was great.
Old niggas.
Yeah, I'm starting to feel it. Like I turned 27, and then my knee started hurting, bro. Like it was. I tried to go on a run the next day, and I was just like, you know what? Let me let up a little bit after a mile because my knees ain't the same, bro. Knees are not the same.
That's how it goes, man. I've been 27 for 6 months now. It doesn't get any better.
Watch out, Brandon. It's gonna come for you too.
Damn, is it like that? Fuck.
It's really like that,
bro. Like that's two people, like, bro, 27. Like,
I'm definitely gonna. I'm hitting my doctor ASAP. Like, we're gonna have a conversation. We're gonna have an honest conversation about my body. Like, how long am I really lasting for?
Travel and shit. Like, I'm about to start.
For real, like, bro. I'm still trying to hoop. Is it realistic for me to hoop at 30?
Hey man, LeBron can do it.
LeBron got $1 million to do it though. Got $1 million.
$1 million a year. $1 million a year.
More than that. 36 million per year to do that.
Man, I don't know how much money LeBron got or spends, but I'm sure it's ridiculous. LeBron got so much money.
Whatever it is.
LeBron got so much money, that fool was out partying with rappers and then he gets suspended.
Like, we can't suspend
sent out a notice on his behalf. The league sent out a memo and said, on behalf of the president, I mean, the NBA player, LeBron James, we are saying the following. This nigga did nothing wrong. He is going to play. He is the league's money. Shut the fuck up. End the day. And then they play.
LeBron got that much money. Like, y'all can't tell him nothing. Y'all can't do nothing about that. But all right, let's get into it. So, this is Mostly Bullshitting Podcast. We're gonna introduce ourselves.
I'm Mike.
I'm Brandon.
And I'm Solomon.
Yep. And so basically this is just the weekly catch up between three ex-college roommates where we go over the topics of the world, go kind of into their nuances and their specifics, but mostly we're just bullshitting. So first we're gonna start with Mike. Mike, what you got to talk about?
So I just wanted to briefly touch on cryptocurrency. I know I've been hyping it up these past couple weeks. So I know recently there was a really large crash, and I just wanted to provide some insight as to what may have been happening and like what the future holds. So pretty much from the sources that I've been listening to, they're saying that this was kind of a form of market manipulation. With cryptocurrency, it's not nearly as regulated as our stock market is. So a lot of people with a lot of money can go in there and heavily influence the market if they so choose. And that's kind of what happened So a couple people with a shit ton of money just sold all of their Bitcoin, and that took a real big hit on the market. But the good news is that it's likely going to go back up. You just got to be patient. So that's what I just wanted to touch on real quick. But other than that, I was thinking we could get into the start of the NBA playoffs. So
yeah.
we on game 2 of Boston going on right now.
To your cryptocurrency point, I want to put people on to this application called Uphold. That has a lot of cryptocurrencies on there. Like one that you can't really buy is
You can
XR.
buy Ripple on there.
You can buy Ripple
Yeah.
on there, exactly.
Yeah.
And it's really like seamless. Like the interface is very easy to use, very easy to set up. So I just want to let people know that this is a good application to store cryptocurrency and also be able to send it to other applications, to other IPs as well.
Yeah, and on Ripple, like as soon as they beat that charge, be ready. So if you already have it, like I think it's about to.
I'm buying it every week right now. Every time I pay, I buy a little bit.
Price predictions I'm hearing for it. I mean, this is just people spitballing shit, but anywhere between 500 and $1,000 per coin. So that's something to look forward to if it happens.
Yeah, what's the ticker again for Ripple? What's it called?
XRP.
XRP. Gotcha.
Yeah, and what's cool about it is that it's used for remittances.
Okay.
So it's basically trying to cut out, brokerages, like middlemen, like customs brokerages, who like take, hefty percentages just to, exchange currencies and get through customs. Because of it's a digital market, digital world that we live in, you can just exchange that money and transfer it immediately through Ripple.
Cool. That's what's up. That's a great idea. I think. What's it at right now? What's the price at right now?
I think it's like $1.
What's at $1 and they're predicting $500? Wow. Okay.
Yeah. It's like there's a lot of like they're saying it's like a volcano it's pent up volcano that's about to explode.
A lot of governments are buying into it right now. So like Egypt's government just bought into it because other than tourism, a majority of the money that comes from remittances from like Egyptians that live in like Europe.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's actually a really good idea. That it's literally probably a lot of the way money kind of flows in and out of Eritrea too. So I would actually definitely, but they're not going to buy any of that at this point. I'm not sure if they're going to co-sign on to that, but
right, the SEC is kind of they're against it because they're claiming it's a security, that it's not a currency.
Yeah.
Because it has it should have a singular value in order to be able to be traded, across different nations. So they're saying it's like something like gold or something like that, and then that's problematic as well. If you can create something, you can create your own security. You can do anything.
Yeah, like essentially, like
what are you here for, SEC?
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Yeah, I mean the biggest fear is that it's just gonna like cripple the U.S. dollar. And so like that's what like our government is kind of fearing right now about cryptocurrency. But I mean, if they just adopt a crypto as the official currency of the US, like boom, they solve their problem. Like
I think they will.
You need a younger president for that.
Well, I think they will. I don't think they will. I think it leaves you without the power to create more money and sustain the economy. With crypto, like if you like theoretically, if Bitcoin was the was the one to replace the dollar, that doesn't actually infinitely expand, and you would need to mine to do that, and so that's more private. Like if you like, even though the banks are technically private, or are they private, or they, because I think the banks are separate from the Federal Reserve.
Yes,
they're private, but they are probably regulated in some capacity, just like
for sure.
But either way, they still have like the current setup and how their relations are is the reason why they were able to so easily print so much money in times of financial distress. I think like you have to like use literally like early to mid 2020 as your argument as to why the US would not adopt, because they have less leverage because like the market like if the market crashed the way the market actually was supposed to crash, we would have actually seen like there would have been no safety net essentially. If there's no money to be created to be given to the people who not only need it, but like also for businesses to provide commerce to the rest of the world. If the show stops, like what happens?
It'd have been crazy.
Nah, it would have been a very, very, very bad situation.
Yeah.
And even though, but that's for another talk. I don't think we can hold that for another.
I think the government, I think the U.S. government just needs the infrastructure to mine that much stuff. I think once they develop the infrastructure to do that, they will do it.
Yeah, and that's what I was kind of like thinking it would lead to, is just like, but then the whole point of crypto becomes pointless if the government starts regulating it the way that they regulate paper money. So it's just like, but they could theoretically create their own coin and just have it be government backed and just say, instead of the US dollar, we're going to start using this US coin.
Can only U.S. government officials mine for this coin, or U.S. government employees mine for this one coin?
I believe so. I think that's what they would have to do.
Yeah, and it would take a lot of fucking organization to like it take a complete overhaul.
I would consider that that would be immediately become the hottest place to hack in the world. Essentially, if you have the ability to hack the mining currency of the U.S. government. I'm just imagine. I don't know. I'm thinking from a security standpoint.
Yeah, it's
infrastructure. If you actually have to mine for it, it's going to be.
But I mean, they would just have the same security that they have on our top secret documents on it. Like if someone wants to hack our money, then they want to hack our military or our military technology as well, right? So I feel like it would just be on the same security level as like military grade security. If that were to happen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, no, that convinces me enough.
It requires a lot of infrastructure, Solomon. Like ridiculous amount of infrastructure. It's like 20 to 30 years away from what we're from this conversation.
Absolutely. Yeah. I'm just speculating, bro. I'm just speculating.
That's what we do here. We just bullshit.
We bullshit.
Yeah, that's
just bullshit.
I would say the version of bullshit is speculating.
Before we get into the playoffs, though, Mike, I had one thing to say, basketball related. That had to do with our topic last week. This man J. Cole. He's in the African Basketball League.
I saw that.
And a lot of the players in the league hate him.
For real? I haven't looked too much into it. Why?
Because he's only there because he's a rapper. He's a celebrity. And they are professional basketball players. So to them, it's sort of like a mockery of their profession that he can sort of just walk in and get a spot on the team, not just a spot on the team, get playing time and basically dick around the whole game. Nobody can touch him. He's airballing, So it's just
does he really suck? Like I haven't even seen any highlights.
I've seen some highlights.
I saw like full game highlights, and it's not much because they're not. I want to say they're not playing him that much. They're playing him like 12 to 18 minutes a game. This is bench roll, and like not only bench roll. This is like think like Damian Lee on the Warriors when the Warriors were good. Like he's getting PT because he knows Steph. But outside of that, like before the Warriors were not so good, Damian Lee shouldn't have been touching the court. He shouldn't have been. But what I would have to say to that, even though Cole is getting cooked, man, I was looking at literally simple crossovers. J. Cole is lost. He's lost on simple crossovers by these players, and he's getting beat easily. I think the teammates know that. I think the other team knows that. And it does become a liability. J. Cole is really slow off the first step. His hair doesn't necessarily benefit his I don't know, any type of speed. It's just, a lot of hair up there. And like, for the most part, he's not really providing an impact to the team. But I will say to those players that are speaking out against it, I think it's more of an ego thing individually to say like, just because J. Cole comes into your league, that he's not coming in because he fits the talent description of your league. That's not, you know this. If you're a player in the Rwandan league who will potentially match up against them, you should not feel guilty that this man is getting more attention or the Rwandan league is getting more limelight because of that. I think for those types of players, they should be grateful to know that there are random viewers around the fucking world that are actually going to start looking at your highlights because well-known, renowned, famous rapper is actually in your league hooping. I think the Rwandan league is knowing what they're doing. They're bringing eyes to the table because at the end of the day, professional sports is an entertainment league.
It's about visibility.
Oh,
So
sure,
I mean,
for
it just brought like I'm playing even though he's not good. It just brought visibility, like you said, to the league.
And so it's like the same reason why like the Jacksonville Jaguars signed Tim Tebow.
That's not the same reason. No. I can't go with you there. I can't go with you. You lost me.
I get that.
You lost me. You lost me.
Or it's like when Michael Jordan played baseball.
Yes.
Like Michael Jordan playing baseball.
Y'all lost me again. Y'all lost me twice.
But Michael Jordan was not good at baseball. Like they just
That's
like
fine.
he was just there.
But he wasn't there he wasn't there to make baseball popular.
Yeah.
He's there just because he was just dicking around. Like that's because he was.
So and I feel like that's worse
baseball.
then. I feel like that's worse though. Then if he was just dicking around, like at least J. Cole is like if he's trying to bring visibility to a league versus a league that's already.
It's not worse because Michael Jordan is one of the best professional athletes of all time
at basketball.
So I'm just,
not at anything else.
That's fine, but I understand.
J. Cole is one of the top rappers.
If anything, that makes Michael Jordan a better athlete than probably the average baseball player.
But he still wasn't good.
Sure.
I mean, yeah, he didn't say the same skill set, but you can still respect him as an athlete, as a professional athlete. I think their gripe is that there's so much blood, sweat, and tears that goes into becoming a professional athlete. Sure. So many sacrifices that you have to make. I mean, like you're literally killing yourself to become a professional athlete. And so to take that and just say, okay, like anybody can sort of join this league and sort of kind of disrespect the amount of sacrifice that you made to get to the level that you're at. I can see how that could be taken as disrespectful, and it's different from a Tim Tebow or a Michael Jordan who've played, played before. It's not like they never played, before, and they are professional athletes. Like that's what they do for a living. Like that's what they have been getting up every morning since they were 10 years old to do. And I think Tim Tebow is actually going to be pretty good as a tight end. We'll see though.
All right, we'll see.
But also like as a professional athlete, like obviously you love the sport, but you also are in it. Part of you is in it for the money, regardless of like, what you say, So by bringing more visibility to the league, he's increasing the potential money that these players can make. Like, because I imagine they're not making much in their current league.
That's what I'm saying. Is it about the money if you're not really making that much?
It brings visibility though. The thing is, it's always a stepping stool up for a lot of players. If this is not it's never going to be the final destination. For some of these players, it absolutely will be the final destination, and this is the peak. This is the best league that they'll be able to enter into for the rest of their lives. But there's some players out there that are coming in from around the world that are attempting to make the next step. And for them, I believe this, having any type of visibility, I think for every single player on the court out there, if J. Cole is in the game, there will be at least 100,000 more eyes on that one game to see. And by chance, some of them may be scouts. Some of them may be people who are actually invested and interested, because they'll be like casually, okay, shit, J. Cole's in the league. Let me see what he's doing. If you have the right profession, if you have the right interest, and you have the right connections, you can actually reach out to some of these players who are on these courts. And I don't think any player out there should take more visibility. They should consider the more visibility as a pro to the respect of their league being a con. Because at the end of the day, regardless of the blood, sweat, and tears, I see it more of a selfish thing. If he shouldn't be here because of how hard I worked. They could instead kind of look at it like this man might actually give me the chance to be seen by someone who wasn't going to see me before. And that's kind of how I see it in this situation. There are other situations around it, like the finance part of it. It may not actually work out too well to be a finance thing because first has to become the consistent viewership, see the fans come through. You never know the infrastructure of the Rwanda National Basketball League. But I personally think that this is, while it's disrespectful to the players in general, I will admit that to the athleticism abilities, I still think it gives these players a chance to take it to the next level, and there will be more eyes on it due to that.
I mean, I hope so. I know that the NBA is they're starting their own league in Africa, so I hope
Really?
it's so. I hope that they're looking at this. That whatever teams are going to be involved, whatever ownership's going to be involved. I hope they're looking at this, and they are looking at these other players because I know they're not looking at J. Cole.
No, they definitely not.
Crossed up. An NBA team obviously isn't looking to pick up J. Cole. If an NBA team did that, then that would really be just like some bullshit. Like there wouldn't be any reasoning for it.
But that's the next level. That's what I'm saying. You're saying that scouts know, like, I'm not watching this game for J. Cole. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like any scouts to get to the next level, they're not watching the game anyway. Just because J. Cole, they're not just because J. Cole's playing doesn't mean anything to a scout at the next level.
I'm just saying more on a casual level. Like I'm saying, like that scout won't actually look like that scout would have probably never looked at the Rwandan league before. But they'd joke around with their friends and be like, yo, you trying to see what J. Cole's doing? I actually watched J. Cole highlights for a full game to watch him go 2 shots, 1 for 2 from the field with fucking 1 assist, 1 rebound, 1 turnover. Like, who goes to watch YouTube highlights of a game of a player who puts up those stats? Nobody does that until this nigga right here, bro.
But they do that if you watch like a celebrity basketball game.
Yes, but that's a celebrity basketball game. That's a charity event. This is an actual league. There's like an appeal to it. It's like something novel. Like you don't see this.
Like everyone is playing to the best of their ability when they're on these courts. Like the celebrity game, everyone's just fucking around. But like people, like these players should take this time to like literally showcase all of their abilities. Especially if J. Cole's not even, like Solomon said, he's not even taking that many minutes up. Like it's
he is playing bench role minutes. I think the most he's had so far is 18. And he's gonna hover right around like 12 to 18 a game, I think. From what
that's 12 to 18 too many. Bro.
Too much.
Maybe 10.
Hey man, people want to see him play, bro. And the funniest part was the announcers always call him Jermaine.
Jermaine Cole.
No, they don't call him Cole, bro. They just call him Jermaine coming up the court, bro. Jermaine with the shot, Jermaine with the assist. No, that's funny. That's what's up.
I know he walked on at St. John's, like his senior year or something. He was one of those.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's not like he's like never played basketball before either. Like he played, like I mean, I know it's like it's a whole professional versus like,
walking on your senior year.
It's totally different.
But I mean, so like, but that's actually pretty hard. But like to walk on to.
That's Warner Nitzler, bro.
That's what I'm saying. It's not that hard if you stay down for 4 years straight,
bro. Warner was nice. To hoop.
But that means like, so was he on the practice team?
I never saw him miss on a pickup court. On an actual NCAA court, it's different. It's always a different level of play.
You thought he was that nice, really?
In pickup court, I never saw this dude miss.
You've never seen him miss, really?
I mean, he's missed, but I mean, like
historically,
he was really that nice to you. I just
he wasn't that nice.
He's obviously like one of the way nicer players than Warner.
Like, no, I'm just talking about a pickup level.
I'm trying to just, man. I'm just
even on a pickup level. That's what I'm saying. I know way nicer players.
On a Santa Clara court?
Not on Santa Clara, no. But I'm just saying, growing up.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, yeah.
Playing pickup, I know I played against way better people.
I get that. I totally get that. And they could have gone to wherever they went to. But I'm just saying, like, it takes a certain skill set. And I'm just saying, like, what they look like J. Cole will probably cook a normal pickup league, like, whatever. But, like, in these environments, No,
I'm watching
I'm
him
saying
play. I'm like, I don't know if he would really cook like a normal
he
pickup
is
game.
he is playing
Like,
against people who are physically fit. They have been training consistently. They have been eating well and healthy for the most part. I have to assume these are all assumptions, but these are actual athletes on the court. There's going to be a rise in the level of play.
but they
There's going
can't
to
touch
be.
him. He's a celebrity.
Bro, I literally saw them call a unsportsmanlike foul on J. Cole for like Cole like not playing the ball. So they're gonna still make calls against him. Like they're still like, I don't know. It might be a little biased towards Cole. I can guarantee that. I guarantee that. But it doesn't, I don't think it's gonna affect the game too much. If he's like that far behind the rest of those players, is it gonna matter too much? In your eyes?
To me, it matters. Just being a Warriors fan, I've seen players that are that much far behind everybody else to play. It makes me mad.
But like,
every time
but
I
even
watch them
those
play.
players,
Like,
but even on the Warriors, like those players are in real are super nice. Like
way
on a
nicer
one
than J.
level
Cole.
below.
Way nicer.
No, but that's the NBA.
But that's the
J. Cole
NBA
didn't
though.
go,
Like this is
J.
the
Cole didn't
Rwanda
go to
League.
no league in Europe. He went to
Like
a
so,
league in
I know, but I'm just saying. I know, like I have friends and family that have been professional basketball players, not in the NBA, but in other countries, and it's way nicer than J. Cole. Like not even. It's like not even. It's like not even a comparison.
I get that.
It's not even a
Totally get
comparison.
that.
It's like J. Cole looks like the
got-
best player in a celebrity game to me.
I mean, I feel what you're saying. Like, but like, I still don't see it being like a negative for the Rwanda League. Like, does he deserve to be there? Probably not. But like,
Probably not.
it's
Probably
still.
not.
It's not. I don't see it being a negative thing for that league in general.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I'm seconding that. I don't think it's the worst thing, bro.
I would want to play J. Cole 1-on-1. I
would bet a lot of money on J. Cole.
I'm good. I would win a lot of money.
Sure. I would bet a lot of money.
So you're saying you could go play in the Rwanda League right now?
If J. Cole can, what the fuck? Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
I mean, J. Cole's pretty tall. I mean, isn't he like
6'2"?
6'6"? Oh,
I'm 6
I
foot.
thought he was
Like,
like
hey,
6'6".
shit. We can play.
The show.
I would want to play J. Cole 1-on-1 because I'm like, I don't see it.
We'll see.
Bro, you just said it yourself. He's getting mixed on simple crossovers.
Yes.
I gotta look up some of the
That
highlights
is
now.
by Rwandan players. Like that is Rwandan basketball league players. These are not, I'm not saying these are random college kids. I mean, they could have come from a random college, but these guys actually decided to take their levels to the next like stage. I mean, their skills to the next stage. And like those dudes actually like looked quick off, like, especially when Cole was guarding them or like playing offense. Like they were beating his first step before he even made the move. Like they were sliding to the right positions. I mean, I gained some respect. There was like this, I'm not sure if he was Arabic, Israeli, but like he was some sort of like fair skin complexion. And this dude was on, I think that was the matchup. And this dude was going to work. Like he saw Cole, he was like, all right, whoop,
this is my time to eat.
Bro, first step, Cole can't match first step. Like even if Cole knows which way bro is going, he still can't match his first step because once bro got his first step, he was already halfway to the rim. His teammates knew that and obviously slid in anticipation of him getting beat, but he wasn't there for too much. Like he wasn't too impactful for what I saw in the game.
Saw a nice little putback.
Nah, his shot wasn't actually a putback in this game. I saw his third game, and he hit a free throw jump shot. No follow through. He literally like leaves it up here. Like he doesn't even like no follow through. He just that's the motion. He got like one assist where it was just really like he tried to hit a first step, wasn't there, passed it to his guy. His guy pulled up from three, money. And he got a rebound.
One shot. You telling me I can't make one shot? How many shots did he take?
1 for 2. 1 for 2. 50%, bro. Come on. I'm calling
They
that
hit the
efficient.
free.
I'm calling that efficient. It wasn't a
They
free
got
throw,
him
though. It was
shooting the
actually a free
technical
throw.
foul.
It was a
In
free
this
throw
game, they got him.
jumper. It was just a free throw jumper. He got to the spot. He got to the elbow and pulled up on him.
He took
We
two
might actually
dribble
have
pull up.
we should clip this and put in some of his highlights.
I might do that. I might
just
clip.
In the background, just playing while we're talking
Like,
about
are
it.
you serious? And he just shows like just air.
No, it would be great because it's
Yeah,
really
I
funny.
might-
Like if you put the right soundtrack over it, bro, it'll be hilarious.
No, I might cut it in this podcast episode. I'll see.
Might as well. Yeah.
I'll see.
It's like a commercial break. J. Cole highlight.
For real.
With that song playing in the background.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking about.
Right, man. Hell no. All right, well, let's get to the real deal. To the real deal. The postseason, not the off season.
The postseason, not the off season.
I mean, it's been, I don't know. Like, I feel like a lot of the games have been kind of like there's been blowouts. Like Boston's getting blown out right now. The Blazers just got blown out yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, like, I don't know.
Bucks. Oh, Bucks blew out the Heat.
Bucks blew out. Yeah, so like there's been blowout after blowout. So like, but I mean, I guess that's what you expect out of the first round because like you're
getting used to it.
Well, I mean, like, yeah.
But like I was just going to say, I'm just trying to wait to see, like, there's going to be one or two of those series that we're going to just pretty much gravitate to in the first round. I think it's going to be, right now, it's looking like it's the Suns, Lakers, and the Mavs, Clippers. Just for right now, where it's at. Currently, they're both at 1-0 for the underdog, the Vegas underdog. And so it looks like Luka might be out here on a mission. We don't know yet. Kawhi might kick it into overdrive. I personally think he will. But LeBron and AD might not be all the way healthy. They might not.
AD is looking soft.
There might be some speculation as to how far they can go this postseason the way they're currently looking.
It's because Drummond sucks.
Yeah, like he just hogs up the paint. Like he just
yeah, I don't know. They're tripping. They got rid of JaVale McGee and Dwight Howard. Like JaVale McGee won 2 championships. Dwight Howard's a Hall of Famer. And you got rid of him for Andre Drummond and Marc Gasol.
And they're both like they're athletic and like lanky. So like they're both like athletic. So like they can keep up and stay out of the way and still be able to rebound effectively.
Keep up and bang. Like that's the problem with AD is that right now he's in a position where he got to bang with people in order to keep the team in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Before,
he don't like doing that at all.
Yeah, he don't like doing that. He likes shooting jumpers over people. He likes getting the swish, or running the lane. Nobody's in front of him really. So if you got somebody like a Dwight, to actually bang against centers and get them tired and out of place, then AD can go against forwards. But now he gotta bang with centers because Drummond can't be in the game for too long. Marc Gasol can't be in the game for too long. So they're looking at AD or Trez. Trez is not that good. They like, I don't know, man.
I mean, Trez, like he I feel like they just gotta use him a certain way because he's just small. Like he's small with super long arms, but like I guess it's not working as effectively on the Lakers as it did for him on the Clippers. Because like on the Clippers, he was a monster. Like he was getting boards, like finishing, like, but like, yeah, momentum shifter type player. Like kind of like I don't know. It's just somebody who gets like the team, hyped up with their, with certain plays, But
I think he beats people with his quickness, and so. You got to it's all about timing. Like him and Lou Will had a really good synergy going where he knew exactly when to get him the ball so that he was going to be able to shoot before the defender could react. So
yeah, but he's just not getting that.
Right. He don't have that with Schroeder. Schroeder's looking to score. And then all the other, Caruso's not that good. He's just a defender. He's just a like a
3 and D.
3 and D kind of guy.
He's got some athleticism too, though. Like he can get hyped. He gets the
Yeah.
team hyped when he
That's the hype
has a
man.
play.
Super
That's the hype
athletic.
man.
Yeah.
Caruso's
Oh, man.
super athletic. Yeah.
Different.
Yeah, but all he does is he's like a Dellavedova or a Patrick Beverly. Like all he
With
does
bounce.
is
Yeah, but not as annoying though, quite like as those
Right.
guys.
right, but he's just guarding a
Those,
guy
both of them
94
are
feet.
pests on defense. That's what their
Yeah.
whole goal was
Yeah.
meant to be.
That's all he does,
Mhm.
and knock down open threes. But he can't run an offense. So
Yeah.
Definitely
yeah, Lakers
cannot.
are in trouble. I don't think they're in trouble against the Suns though.
Neither do I.
I don't think they're in trouble against the Suns. I mean, Devin Booker though, I did see something I didn't see him do all year, and that's post people up. So if he starts doing that, it might be a problem.
If you
It
have the
could
lead
be.
in the fourth quarter, that is what you have to go to. Slow that clock down. Take it to 8 seconds. Devastating mid-range after mid-range shot. All momentum breakers. That's what you have to do against those big teams.
If Devin Booker could do that though, I haven't seen him do it all year. I guess he was saving it for the playoffs, but that first game, I saw him post up a couple times. And yeah, you can't really do anything about it.
Y'all got any dark horses? I was going to ask you, y'all have any dark horses or sleeper teams that y'all got for the playoffs this year?
I'm excited
I think
to see
everything's
Donovan Mitchell.
What's up?
yeah.
I'm excited to see Donovan Mitchell come back.
Yeah.
But I mean, like
I don't know what
that.
that's gonna be about.
Yeah.
That's gonna be
I mean, are they like really the underdogs in this situation?
I mean,
like
I would consider Utah and Phoenix to be dark horses, even though they are the 1 and 2 seed. Because even though the Vegas
so
odds
weird.
favorite them, I don't care. It's the bringing of a new guard. If you are attempting to take over, like if you haven't been to the like Western Conference Finals before, you are still challenging. You are a challenger. I don't care what the Lakers. The Lakers are not 7. They are the king of the hill. You have to take the crown off the king.
Yeah.
If you are unable to do that, what's a first? You'll literally become the 2000 Suns to me. That's and like they're great. They're fantastic, efficient, but they might
Suns
remember
were
you.
good in 2000.
What, the Steve Nash Amari era? But that's what I mean, though.
You mean
That's what I mean.
2006?
Yeah, that era, like
Oh,
where
okay. I thought you meant the year
Steve
2000.
Nash, Amari Stoudemire.
Yeah,
Like
okay.
you'll get forgotten. Essentially, you'll be like the people who knew basketball would be like, you don't know about this team, but like you will get forgotten. And so
Yeah.
for me, I think that Utah is definitely going to be a dark horse if they play their cards right, because they're playing the winner of that. Who's the 4-5? Is that Clippers?
So
No, that's
yeah, they'll be
oh, that is
they'll be
Clippers,
playing
huh?
the they'll be playing the Clippers of the Mavs.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah, so I mean, if the Clippers choke and lose to Dallas, then I can definitely see Utah beating Dallas.
So yeah, definitely.
Yeah, yeah.
But do y'all think, can anybody beat the Lakers, and can anybody beat the Nets in your heads?
The Suns might be able to beat the Lakers. Like I said, if Devin Booker post up, they might.
Yeah.
Anthony Davis cannot
Can
hold
anybody
up.
else? I mean, yeah, but the thing is, I think the Phoenix Suns just got the Lakers at the right time because they're bringing them. Those players are coming back. I wouldn't consider LeBron at full health. Wouldn't consider AD at full health.
Mm-hmm.
And the way AD falls every other game, looking like he's down with a season-ending injury every 2 games.
Mm-hmm.
I think there are some kind of tweaks that he might need to tweak out by the time, like he'll probably get over that arc during the playoffs. But is a team going to be able to catch them at the right
Pick
time?
up the slack.
Yeah, exactly. Is THT going to step up? Is like, who is it going to be for the Lakers? But I don't want to kind of focus it on the Lakers, but like for you guys in the East, like, do y'all think there's a team? Brandon, you did previously mention that the Sixers are on that list in terms of you got them all the way. But do you guys see any other teams outside of the Sixers or the Nets that have a solid chance at doing their thing?
Yeah, no. I mean, like if the Knicks had won game one, like I feel like they would have kept like that momentum from the season going. But I think like they just got all that momentum killed by losing in the Garden with full fans. Like, yeah. So like I feel like that killed like their momentum.
If Milwaukee rebounds and shoots like they did yesterday, maybe if they can do that every game, if they can rebound and shoot like that. But
yeah, they're pretty inconsistent with that. Like so
both of those
things. Yeah. So if they can they can do that for 4 games against the Brooklyn, then maybe.
I feel it. But I'm excited to see what's next, bro. I don't know where the first round is going to land us, but I think the second round matchups will all be really nice.
We gotta do it. We should do a bracket. We should not bullshit and just be like,
oh yeah, fair teams.
Who's winning? Who's winning this? Who's winning that?
For sure. I'm down for that.
All right, hold on. Let me find the bracket.
Got it. The hell? Oh.
We'll come revisit every time.
All right, so I agreed to start off with the first series that I got in this playoff app.
Okay.
All right, so Philly, Washington. I'm pretty sure we all got Philly winning that. Yeah. Knicks, Atlanta. I feel like
that's gonna be one of the tough ones.
Yeah, I'm gonna put Atlanta just because Trae Young seems to have that clutch factor, like because it's gonna be such a close series. But like I feel like Trae Young's just like he's the only person like on that court that's gonna be able to just get his own shot and like drain it with confidence. Like Julius is hooping, but like I just don't see him being like a last shot, like break down your defender, crossover, pull up kind of player. And I think that's going to give Trae Young the advantage in the end.
I can see that.
Right. I mean, he's not going downhill. He's playing back to the basket, and that's going to waste time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I was just going to say I'm also probably going to go with the Hawks here too.
Yeah. Then we got Milwaukee, Miami. I think this one already looks like Milwaukee's got it in the bag.
I don't know though.
I still want to say Miami, bro. I don't care.
Yeah, I don't know.
You can put me down as Miami, bro.
All right.
1000%.
Yeah, I mean that first game was really close, and then
it was too close. It was heartbreaking.
Yeah, so I don't know. We'll see what happens in Miami before I can say anything on that one.
Brooklyn, Boston.
Brooklyn. It wasn't even whoever was going to match up with Brooklyn was going to be Brooklyn.
All right, so you just want to start with the East and then we do the West. Just get the East all the way to the finals.
Let's do it.
So then we got Atlanta versus Philly. I think we'll have Philly winning. Yeah, winning that. And then either Milwaukee or Miami versus Brooklyn.
I will probably take Brooklyn over Miami, even though it hurts me personally.
Okay, so I mean that's pretty much what we're expecting then, to end up with Brooklyn and Philadelphia. But then the ultimate question is who wins out of that.
I personally got the Brooklyn Nets.
Yeah, I got Philly on that one.
I low-key, I know I said Brooklyn was gonna go all the way this year, but I might change it to Philly.
For sure.
Man.
Good man. I mean, I'll stay with the favorites, bro. You can rock with the little underdog story. What's that called? What were they called?
The process.
The process, Y'all can stay with the process. Appreciate that.
All right, Utah, Memphis.
It depends on Donovan Mitchell. If Donovan Mitchell is not 100% ready to go,
did they clear him yet? For game 2?
I think he's gonna clear himself. I think he's gonna clear himself for the next game because he was pretty pissed off that they.
He was vocal about it too.
Right. He almost got fined.
Right now.
Damn. So it's the team that's holding him back. Like they just don't want him to.
The doctors. He was shooting around. The doctor said no.
Damn.
So
All right. So we'll put a pin on that one, I guess, depending upon Donovan Mitchell. But let's just
I
assume
still got the Jazz,
they
bro.
don't.
I still got the Jazz, regardless.
Still got the Jazz. I mean, if Donovan Mitchell doesn't come back, I say Memphis to go on and play the Clippers after that.
Okay.
I'm with
So
that.
I got Clippers winning against Dallas. Denver, Portland. I'm putting Portland.
I'm putting Denver.
I mean, I know Portland didn't look good yesterday, but I mean, when you got like whenever you have a player that's just capable of doing what Dame does, like I just feel like Dame also has that clutch factor, and if it comes down to it, like close game, Dame's gonna ice it.
I feel you.
Then Phoenix Lakers.
Brandon, you didn't say nothing for that though. What do you think about it?
I don't know, man. That Denver Portland series is another toss up for me.
Okay.
Because I respect Jokic. I think Jokic is crazy. I think Michael Porter Jr. is pretty good.
Yeah.
They got a lot of good players on that team, and playing through Jokic, I don't know how they're gonna be able to. I don't know who's gonna be able to stop him.
Portland has one of the worst defenses in the league.
Right. Like I feel like Denver got more answers. Like apparently I didn't watch the game, but apparently they had Aaron Gordon guarding Dame yesterday, and that was effective in the second half.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, I heard in the first half he put up 8 threes. So I was like,
no, in the second half they put Aaron Gordon on Dame, and that was effective. And so I'm like, Denver got bodies for Dame.
Yeah.
And it's really on CJ and Norman Powell to save Portland, and I don't know.
Yeah. True. When you put it that way, yeah. But I mean,
Dame is still gonna get his at the end of the day, though. He's still gonna get his.
He's one of the best.
One of the best for sure.
All right. So toss up on Portland, Denver. You guys both choose Denver. I'm still putting Portland. Then Phoenix Lakers. I'm going with the Lakers.
I'll go with the Lakers too.
I reluctantly choose the Lakers. Yeah.
Reluctantly.
Yeah, just because
just because LeBron's on the team.
I'm not betting. I really cannot bet against house money until he really plays the Clippers and I see Kawhi doing the shit for real. But
I can't bet against LeBron before the finals, honestly. I really can't.
All right, then we got so let's assume the Lakers play Denver.
Okay.
That like if Anthony Davis isn't able to step up, Joker's gonna.
I think they're sweeping them, bro.
You think the Lakers will?
Denver does not match up well with the Lakers because Jokic is not.
Oh yeah, they prefer big teams
with that big lineup. With that big lineup of the Lakers, like if they bring AD, Braun, and Drummond on the court at the same time, that means like you're gonna have Aaron Gordon or Paul Millsap on AD, and that's just work. That really is just work.
It is work, but Jokic on Drummond is a different type of work. Jokic on Drummond is a different type of work.
Jokic is still going to operate the offense. They're still going to operate.
All Drummond got to do is body him, though. Like, just don't play fucking soft.
I haven't seen him do it, though. I've never seen him.
Not going to stop.
But he was just doing it on Cleveland. That's what like makes me like think like what happened. Like why? Like, maybe it's just like the Lakers playbook that's just like fucking him up. But
I don't know.
Yeah.
But I think that's going to be a very bad series, and I think the Lakers will cakewalk with that one if that does happen.
All right. So then we got Clippers versus. You guys still said Utah? I said Memphis, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I got the Clippers regardless.
I got Memphis until Donovan Mitchell comes back.
Yeah, but then either way, lost to the Clippers. So damn, we get a Clippers Lakers. The moment everyone's been waiting for. Clippers Lakers in the Western Conference Finals.
That will be fun.
Yeah.
Hopefully, fingers crossed. Let's hope
They're gonna
Oh
make it
my
happen
God.
this year.
They gone.
I believe full on in playoff P. So I feel like Paul George is going to end up like having a lackluster performance against in the finals, and ultimately the Clippers' curse will continue. But this will actually be their first time out. If we have them getting out of the second round though, so that hasn't happened in I don't know when. I don't think ever. No, not since I've been a Clippers fan. Alive, yeah. So I mean that's already an accomplishment. Getting out of the second round, just breaking that curse.
We'll do a celebration party for when they reach the Western Conference Final.
Yeah.
All right.
So then we got Lakers.
I actually got the Clippers winning that matchup.
Ooh, interesting. So Clippers take their first finals appearance against either Brooklyn or
Philly
76ers. I think the Clippers would actually beat Brooklyn. Like, because they have like somebody that can,
Of course, you had Philly beating Brooklyn. Of course, you're gonna have the Clippers beating
Brooklyn. If it went either way,
yeah. I feel you though.
But I think with Philly, I'd still have the Clippers winning that too.
Okay.
So.
For sure.
So got the Clippers winning the finals.
That's what's okay. That's yo.
You got the Clippers winning this year?
That's that with the deduction that we just went through. That's what I have it as.
I personally will be the one person that'll say this will be a Lakers-Nets finals, and the Nets will win.
I'm still with the Clippers. Sixers win. I think Sixers got the best overall top to bottom team in the NBA.
They are deep.
Dope.
Yeah, I think they're too deep. Play a great defense, and they shoot the lights out.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't nobody stopping Ben Simmons or Embiid on any of them teams that we mentioned. Like none of these teams.
They can stop Ben Simmons. All I gotta do is take 2 steps back.
Yeah. You can put LeBron on Ben Simmons. Like they're like I feel like LeBron will kind of.
LeBron is the perfect person to play on him if they do match up. Because
I feel like they wouldn't put LeBron on.
He loves playing safety defense. Imagine playing safety defense on a nigga like Ben Simmons. Like he gets to guard his primary man and still be 2 steps off of him, and being able to do all that extra, be in the passing lane stuff.
Yeah, like he'll probably they'll just be double team Embiid all day. And I mean, like in like Embiid, like they can fuck him up with size, and the Lakers have a shit ton of size. So just put Drummond, just have him just guard Embiid.
Drummond, bro. It's just like
I know, but like
nobody.
if Drummond can become what he's supposed to be, like just a body, like in the way. Like
you wishing, man. I don't think that's ever gonna happen. Like Drummond is like oh man. Let me not speak. Let me not say nothing crazy because
not an NBA professional.
I keep saying like these niggas are trash. I'm like, wait a minute, I'm trash compared to all these niggas. Let me
like we're speaking in the context of the
NBA.
Yeah. And we're mostly bullshitting. So like
right, we're always mostly bullshitting. So no disrespect to anyone who plays professional basketball. No disrespect.
Including J. Cole.
Worthwhile.
Disrespect to J. Cole, though. J. Cole is super disrespectful.
To all professional basketball players outside of Jermaine Cole.
Right.
We respect you at your job.
Oh, man. I was like, now I understand like Mike why they were so mad at this thing. Like, you know,
I'd be pissed too. Right, that 12-year-old kid just coming in hooping.
I'm saying, I feel like that's what it's like.
He put it up Chris Paul numbers.
I'm just saying, I feel like that's what it's like. It's like you looking at this dude and you're just like, what? Like, wait, what?
No, for real. That's great, bro.
All right, so wait. Mike, you said Lakers winning. You said Clippers are winning. I think Sixers are winning. And Solomon, you got Brooklyn.
I got Brooklyn.
These are good picks.
Yeah. That's great, man.
These are good picks. We got any money on it? Nah,
I never bet money on the Clippers anymore.
I'm joking.
That's a smart man. That's a smart man. Yo.
Man,
Every time I do, they lose.
man,
Learn your lesson, bro. It's good, bro.
man. I haven't really been watching the playoffs though, man, since that playing game, bro. I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. It's just
I told you it was bullshit, the play-in.
It was.
the Warriors
You
are
didn't know it.
bullshit, bro. Like,
You guys would have had that 8 seed. You would have and I think you guys could have beat Utah if you had that 8
Mitchell.
seed.
Yeah,
for sure.
With Donovan Mitchell. Fuck it. Yeah.
Even I think even with Donovan Mitchell, I think Steph would have just cooked all
Steph
throughout
would've.
that series.
Who's stopping him? Michael Conley?
They might have put
putting O'Neal on him like they did that last game.
For sure.
They haven't O'Neal hound him. But yeah, no, O'Neal ain't nobody compared to some of the other guys Steph has had to deal with.
Yeah, like Steph cooked Patrick Beverly, so like that's the most annoying nigga in the league.
Pat Bev is falling off though.
He's been falling off.
Yeah.
He's just been talking a lot more lately. He that dog with a lot of bark but no bite.
Yeah, that just shows you.
More recently.
Yeah.
That's why you need Rondo.
Man, but Ty Lue don't play him like that. He played Patrick Beverly and Reggie Jackson over him.
Oh, Reggie Jackson.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. Ty Lue got something to figure out over there because obviously he's not really doing any. Like the thing is with the Clippers, and that's the only thing with the Clippers is like the coach don't really have no control, like none.
Yeah, this is Kawhi's team.
It's Kawhi and PG's team. Like they do whatever they want to do. Like I mean, like to an extent, like people respect Frank Vogel on the Lakers. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And because like LeBron gave him that respect.
Right. So it's like I don't think Ty Lue's empowered. He doesn't look optically like he's empowered as a coach on that team.
Yeah. He doesn't hold the players.
Right. So
I think with this team, I think with this team in particular, Doc Rivers would have been phenomenal, phenomenal with this team. I just don't think Doc Rivers fit the Blake Griffin, Chris Paul Clippers. But like with this team, I think he would have succeeded. But I mean, we're seeing that in Philly.
Yeah, he's already doing his thing, bro.
Yeah, I think.
But yeah, he definitely would have been able to do his thing with this Clippers team. I think a lot of coaches would not have blown that lead against Denver last year. Like thinking back, like I know Denver had an amazing performance, but there's a lot of places where you can just like try to mitigate those losses. I don't even remember. Did the Clippers have like a really big lead game 7?
I don't remember either, but I don't remember like Doc Rivers making any like bad coaching decisions, like not calling timeouts or not making the right substitutions. I don't remember him doing that. It just seemed like the players were just playing like ass, like all of the best players.
Yeah. Kawhi and PG just had awful. Well, Paul George was just awful throughout the whole playoffs, but even Kawhi had a bad game that game.
Yeah, game 7 he played terrible. So I think that's more so what it was, is that they just weren't playing well. And I don't think it was on. I don't think it was on Doc Rivers.
Yeah.
I just gotta think somehow like a coach can mitigate players playing trash for 3 straight games.
Yeah, I mean, at some point it's just it's just on the players.
It's really just on the players.
Yeah.
Yeah, like what happened to the Warriors, bro?
I mean, we don't have the talent to.
No, I'm talking about 2016.
2016. Oh shit, yeah, that was a different story.
I mean,
that was a suspension.
I mean, the Warriors, they're just missing the key piece of the team, man. Like Clay is crucial to like Clay perfectly complements Steph. Like they both perfectly complement each other. Like them two together, like the Warriors are probably like the 3 seed, maybe even like with Klay Thompson.
100%.
I can see that for sure.
Clay's best player on the team, in my opinion, but we can talk about that another day.
Man, what do you mean?
I mean, like,
don't just run off with that question. No. Let's let Brandon explain really quickly. Like, what does that mean? Before we even get anywhere,
He's
Clay's the best player on the Warriors.
He's more important because
What he
does.
That's a better way to say it.
He's more important than having Steph. I mean, I don't even want to say it like that because Steph is one of the best offensive. He's one of the most gifted offensive players ever.
But Clay does it on both ends.
But Clay does it on both ends. He's guarding the best player on the other team, the best guard on the other team, and then he's also putting up 25.
He feels more needs for the team.
Right. He feels
when
that
he
way.
Gets hot, when he's on, it's
nobody's as hot as him when he's hot.
Right. He's not a ball stopper. Like just shit like that.
Yeah. Yeah, when Clay gets hot, I feel like it's more effective than when Steph gets hot. Almost.
I think it's like in history, it's like Clay.
Yeah, they're both competing with each other, obviously.
Respectively, momentum shifters, they're both up there historically.
You can't double team Klay Thompson the way that you're double teaming Steph.
You cannot.
That's what I'm saying.
Cannot. For someone who does not hold the ball often, you can't double someone like that. You just have to either switch or follow them off the screen. Right. And I also will agree with you in the sense that all these players, like the Dylan Brooks, the O'Neals, those were the players guarding Klay Thompson, and point guards and shooting guards were guarding Steph. A point guard and a shooting guard cannot guard Steph in this NBA.
Not today.
Regardless, all
Steph's
32
too good
teams, name every single player on every single team, ones and twos, cannot guard Steph.
The
only players that have a chance at slowing Steph down are threes, because they're agile and they have the length, so they can give him that first step and they can attempt to contest in situations. And that's what we've seen teams do, because that's the most effective. They're all threes. None of them are twos. None of them are ones. And if they are, they're just players with egos that say, I want to guard Steph and then get cooked for 40. Literally. That's literally what happens in this league today. But
I
understand.
You can't do that against Clay. He's not dribbling. He's 6'7". He does his shot is faster than his shot release is way faster than Steph's.
I'll still never forget that one shot he shot, Brandon, where we both knew it was just going in. He just caught it, kept it up, and
he just does this, bro.
Yeah, just
cash. Look at a wrist.
Look
at a wrist.
Yeah, no, Steph is great. I'm not nobody.
Nobody
can guard Steph.
I just wanted you to reword it in a way where it made more sense, because out of context, it sounds a little crazy.
Yeah. I feel like.
But I also think without Steph, though, so say it was reversed, the Warriors still had Klay Thompson and Steph was injured. I think I don't think the Warriors would have been able to even get close to being in the playoffs this run. So that's
I still think they would be in the bubble area. They might have made it into this little play-in thing.
They might have. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. I've never seen that though, Mike. Because
the reason I say that, I was gonna say quickly, because they'll let a ball handler kind of flourish in this offense to complement Draymond. Usually Steph is gonna be he usually is not ball dominant, but you would be able to have a point guard, you could develop a Jordan Poole. Jordan Poole would have had a standout year if that was the case. And I think he, of all of the players on the team, would have blown up even further if he just had the opportunity, but he plays behind Steph. There was no shooting guard for the Warriors that really stood out. We ended up playing Cam more starters minutes because we couldn't find that player to fill that role. Jordan Poole would have filled that role in.
Nice. But he wouldn't have had near the impact. I feel like they would have really been able to hone their defense in on Clay. Teams would have been able to do that without Steph. But with Steph, he's gonna be a magician with the basketball, cross people over, flick up a fucking fadeaway contested shot on you and drain it. I feel like Clay, he doesn't have the handles to do what Steph does. Clay is just a catch and shoot or one dribble shoot type of player. He's not
you don't need the handles.
But without Steph though, he they would need
you run the offense through Draymond. You truly do.
We always run the
And that's what
offense through Draymond.
They always run it through Draymond. All they need is another secondary ball handler to Draymond to dribble the ball. Klay Thompson, like you know Klay Thompson, bro.
I know he's cold blooded. I know he's cash, but I still think like every team needs that player that's going to be able to get their own shot in times of like, in when it comes down to it. Like every team needs that player.
What I would relate him to, and this is going to be kind of a stretch of a relation, is it's going to be Melo, and it's not going to be off the dribble, but when he is in like the 12 to 18 foot spot, like he will be able to do what Brandon is hoping Devin Booker to do this series. He has the mid-range post game that is been embodied by MJ, embodied by Kobe. Klay has that. He has that, and he is able to. And as a person who does not like to have the ball in his hands for a long time, he knows how to get to his spot. He knows how to have his back to the basket in that mid-range scenario and hit a bucket quickly. He is very good at that, and I think that's the part of the game that's just most underrated. Anytime they try to put a big person, or if there is any type of switch that happens, bro, baseline, like in the mid-range, it's really gonna be over for you. It's really gonna be over for you because there is no way to stop that unless you want to double a man who is not dribbling the ball. And you don't dribble.
That's what I'm saying. You can't double Klay.
You can't double that. You can't double someone who doesn't.
But like, so when you're saying like he takes a dribble to the base, like the baseline and tries to pull up, that's when you bring.
He's gonna establish a position. He establishes a position. He'll set up, and it's gonna be either a one dribble knockdown, or he's gonna stare you up and knock it down. Or if it's his back.
That's when with that split second, that's when he catches the ball in the post. Like you're saying, that's when the double team happens, just like they double team AD.
This is happening
just like
too fast, though, Mike. It's happening too fast.
You're saying you're going to be able to double a player before the player drops the ball on the ground.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, like you double him as the pass is coming. Like, so they like obviously Klay Thompson's posting up. You're already on your way to Klay Thompson.
Those passes are so fast, Mike.
But what also can happen is if you're actually willing to bite that
hard
that quickly, if you're trying to bite that hard that quickly,
you would have to cheat.
There's gonna be a back cut. There's gonna be something that'll happen that will your team is essentially out of position, and you can predict those things.
You'd have to.
But now because of the lack of Steph, like you're able to sag down and help more often. Like when Steph is on the court, you are the whoever is guarding Steph. They are on Steph, like they are not leaving him the whole game. But like with whoever, like who is the backup point guard? Jordan Poole.
Yeah.
Like
with him, they can leave him. They can go like he may be able to hit the shot, but not at the level Steph is able to hit it. And so like you're able to take that risk rather than just let Klay cook you in the post all day.
I can see that. Yeah, that's definitely a likelihood to happen. I just think, I think the point we're trying to bring here is that Steph and Klay are both strong assets to the team. They both bring like something different to the team, which is why they complement each other so well. And so the team will have to adjust in different ways. And so the only reason why we say like there's a potential for the Warriors to make it, even if Steph wasn't there and Klay was, is because there is ways for the team to adjust. To adapt to that, like they may be more of a kind of Clippers half court type of team. You know, you never know. Like you never know how they'll adjust to it. I don't think we're gonna see it. I really hope we don't have to see a season like that.
Yeah,
I want to make sure that Steph and Klay are healthy forever in their primes for the rest of eternity.
Yeah.
But it's just like I think to Brandon's point in saying that Klay is a essential part of this team. And just as important as Steph is to the team is not too far off. Like it's actually makes a lot of sense.
I think he's more important.
I agree.
Kind of.
Yeah.
I think he's better than Reggie Miller. I'll say that. I think he's better than Reggie Miller. Reggie Miller could carry a team to the finals. So.
And he can't. That's big words. That's big words for Klay Thompson. But yeah, I can see that.
I think he's better than Reggie Miller. That's just my opinion.
I feel it. I don't think I can say that right now. But I could see that.
All right. So I think we've covered all the NBA stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was fun. Do we still want to hop into Solomon?
I think we want to push this back till next week. I think we kind of wrapped it up.
Oh yeah,
Really
yeah,
easy
yeah.
here.
Yeah, no, that's
Yeah.
good. Let's push it back to next week. I know you got something to do, Solo, so I'm gonna let you go
Okay.
do that.
Mhm.
Oh,
And
yeah.
yeah, we can adjourn here. Thanks again,
Okay.
y'all, for coming through.
Yeah, it was fine.
Yep.
Good conversation. And yeah, let's do it again next week. Thanks again to the audience. Be sure to subscribe and follow us on our IG, M.B.S.podcast. And yeah, we'll see y'all next week.
Yes, sir.
Peace.
Peace.